That was a really weird game of rugby. Now, the Stormers won 13 points to 8, but I really think that game deserved to be a draw. I don't think there was a team that was better, and I don't think there was a team that was worse. They were both equally good and equally bad. I mean, there were some really bad parts of that game, but there was also some really good, entertaining parts about that game as well. The Stormers remain unbeaten, and the Bulls right now, it looks like their season is really hanging on by a thread, especially in the URC. But this Bulls team really showed something today. I mean, some massive performances from the likes of Ambrose Papir. Jandre Rudolph has been incredible for the Bulls. Could he earn a Springbok call up if he keeps his form up? I mean, what is going on with that guy's form? He is incredible. But yeah, very, very weird game. I thought some Springbok players didn't really perform as good as they should. I thought Damian Willemse could have been a bit better. Like, we've obviously his first game back from injury, and I've seen him play better before, so hopefully he can get back to form. The likes of Sasha, Andre Pollard missed quite a few kicks as well. And Sasha, he tried a lot. That's the thing with a guy like Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu. He tries a lot, and if it doesn't come off, it maybe makes him look bad, but he's still a very good player, and he still puts his team in very good positions, and his team still won today. So some players I thought played really well today. Mtotoku Mchunu made a good impact from the bench. I thought the front row for the Stormers held on quite well against this Bulls front row. There weren't too many scrum penalties compared to like the Sharks did a few weeks ago. I thought DeLucio played well. I thought Evan Ruiz was good. Ben Jason Dixon was good. Wandasilis and Milani was good today. He didn't get that many touches, but he was good. He was quite physical also in his defence. I thought Warwick Halant had a good game. Leolin Zas always having a good game, especially in these South African derbies. He just really stands out. And on the Bulls side of things, you got Jandre Rudolph, who I thought had a great game. I thought the Locks played quite well. Volkalo and those guys played alright today. They would have liked more dominance, but I mean, you can't get dominance every game, especially against a good team like the Stormers. I thought Ambrose Papir had a great game. Kanan Moody, unfortunate with the HIA. Thought Willie LaRue had an alright game. And Stravino Jacobs, 2 drop balls, but I still thought he affected the game in quite a few good ways. But nonetheless, it's just a very scrappy game of rugby. There was so many handling errors, like incredible amounts of handling errors. And I mean, just didn't feel like a very good game of rugby, even though it was a very good game to watch. I mean, I was glued to the screen the whole time. I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen because it was a very good game of rugby, but in different ways. Like, these South African derbies are always very stop-start. They're not smooth, and they're very physical. I mean, I saw a lot of Springbok players going at each other today, especially Kobus Reinach, Damian Willemse going at Marco van Staden and vice versa. They were really going at each other today. So it's good to see Springbok players having that, competitive mindset, competitive attitude. And I past Springbok, who hasn't been playing recently, I thought Evan Ruiz had quite a good game today. Definitely made a case for himself in the Springbok squad because I thought he was physical, he was good, and a guy like Paul de Villiers off the bench made a very positive impact. I thought Ruan Ackerman struggled a bit today. 2 very obvious knock-ons that don't know how that happened. I thought he struggled a little bit. His physicality was good, but struggled compared to the likes of Evan Ruiz and Jandre Rudolph on the other side. So yeah, they'll be going back to the drawing board, looking to improve that performance. And I mean, these South African derbies are always very stop-start and like very not smooth at all. So it's always weird reviewing a South African derby like this, but it's always an entertaining game. And I mean, the physicality, there was just brute physicality all over the show. There were some very good rugby skills on show and also some very poor rugby skills, but that's what you expect from the South African derbies. They just go so full at each other and so 100% at each other that it almost makes the rugby not as high quality, but also high quality in a different way. So it's always a fun game to watch, and I think this game really lived up to the hype. I mean, 13 points to 8. I would have liked to see it end as a draw because I don't think any team deserved to win. I mean, Stormers would have still been unbeaten if they drew this game, and I really feel sorry for the Bulls because I thought they actually showed up today and they were ready to play. The Bulls really went at the Stormers from the kickoff, and yeah, I feel really bad for the Bulls guys, especially the supporters, because I mean, they're going through a bit of a slump right now, but it definitely looks a bit more positive this week. It definitely does. I mean, going to Cape Town, where the Stormers haven't lost a game since October 2024, and putting them under the pump like that, there's only positives to take from that. I mean, obviously they didn't capitalize again on the scrum penalties, but also the Stormers made some silly mistakes. I mean, Sasha Feinberg Ngomazulu missing the line 2 or 3 times, like, clearly he should have just tried to get the ball out at least, and trying to go for the hero kicks the ball out twice. But that's what you get from Sasha. He's going to be like that. He's either going to be the hero, sometimes it's going to be zero as well. So you just got to take it as it comes. I mean, he still had a great game. He's still very good with ball in hand, and he's so fast and so sharp. But I really think the Stormers will be wanting him and Damian Willemse to be at their best going forward, because I think if they were really at their best today, those two, it might have been a different outcome. Like, there might have been a bit of a bigger score for the the Stormers. There was a lot of handling errors and a lot of opportunities gone away. So they're going to be back to the drawing board, looking for the Champions Cup next week. There are some huge games next week for both these teams, and they've got some very important weeks left. The Bulls still theoretically have a chance to make the playoffs, and the Stormers are in a very, very good position to make the playoffs for that tournament. So next week's another week. I don't know if they'll choose the same squads they did this week after such a physical game, especially if they have to travel. They might choose a different squad and then play a different squad in the home game for the Champions Cup. I think that's why it's so important to have such a big squad in these tournaments, because you're going to have to play multiple players in the season, because if they have to travel 1 week after a South African derby like that to France to play a club team in a must-win match, you can't really play the same players every week because they'll just get so tired, and you have to really take into account load management and player management with these players. But yeah, Investec Champions Cup next week, it's going to be a great week of rugby, and I think this was a really good game to watch. Very, 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 very exciting. A lot of mistakes, but also it made it quite fun as well. Some really standout players today, especially I'll go over them again. Ivan Roos, Leolin Zas, Paul de Villiers off the bench. Kobus Reinach had a great game. On the Bulls side, Papir and Jean-Ray Rudolph really stood out for me. So some really good players, and some guys I think could put on a Springbok jersey sooner than we think. Some really good players, some really good performances, some really bad performances as well, but that's what you expect. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. We've been doing this for about 2 months now, and I really appreciated all the support. I will be doing a bit more of an in-depth review of this game. This is just a full-time reacting right after the final whistle. But I think tomorrow I'll do a bit of a in-depth review with all the stats to back it up as well. So I'll see you guys then. Cheers.